So, my second video today is going to be about um, surviving and, again, all the abuse that I go through, all the disacceptance I go through growing up as uh, a transgender person. And I was born with both genders. And I lived in pain, and when my mom took me to get help, they called it a hernia and decided what sex I would be. So therefore, up till this age of 58, I haven't had much when it comes to love, you know, and it's been very hard for me, and I'm sure it's hard for all transgender people. And again, why are people so concerned with other people's genitals? I don't understand that. I really don't. And I know that I'm not the most attractive beauty queen out there, especially not the way I'm dressed right now, covering up my hair and everything. But I don't really care. I mean, I'm 58 years old. I do the best I can. The beautiful person that I am inside is what counts, because I've known some pretty good looking men. I had that 5-year relationship with who I call the blue-eyed devil. He turned out to be a really nasty, horrible person. You know, he did some terrible, terrible things to me, or perhaps you don't know. I shouldn't say you know all the time. But, just surviving every day is an accomplishment to me that I draw positive energy from as a shaman of God, as a person who practices realistic magic, not the kind you see in the movies. Uh, you know, and I have God watching over me because Grandma Adams gave me that Bible and said, Dear Ricky, walk with God in everything you do. So Billy Ricky does. And here is a kitty cat from God probably watching over me. That's the way I see it, because she said she would send me animals, particularly cats, to watch over me throughout my life. Hi, kitty. Good morning. Good morning, pretty kitty cat. Good morning. How are you doing, honey? You're so beautiful. You're a beautiful kitty. I mean, I just think, that little cat is just so beautiful. And the one I have in the house is so caring, and she protects me. When my mom has an episode and she wants to start attacking me, the cat jumps up in my lap and then she goes away. Now, mostly me and my mom get along well, and we've had a lot of laughs in the last few days. Or I shouldn't say that again, maybe you don't know. I gotta quit. That's getting to be a bad habit with me. But anyhow, you know, it seems like I have God all around me, Goddess all around me, archangels all around me all the time. And I don't care what Bible thumping Christian wants to tell me that I'm hated because I'm a transgender woman. That's a bunch of baloney. God is not hate, God is love. Now, the other thing that I am working on these days is to only have a glass of wine on occasion, because I don't want to be like my mother's family. They're all a bunch of horrible alcoholics. My mom's youngest brother died of alcoholism, and he was good to me sometimes, but he came over here when my dad died of renal cancer, and he said to me that all of my family uh, made love to goats. And my dad was lying in the next room dead on a hospice bed. He had passed away that day. And my cousin was sitting at the table. And I showed grace. I could have gotten mad and told him where to go, but I just didn't say nothing. But I went up to his wife And I said, be lucky that I'm not a mean, cruel person, because it's pretty awful for him to say that when my dad's lying dead in the next room, and my family does not do that. And she goes, I know that, Ricky. But that's the kind of people my mom's family are and have been to me. And then he proceeded to try to tell me that my dad told him that. And I just did say to him, well, my dad's not here to defend himself. So, but in reality, he was a person who had kids by two different women, who caused my family in particular utter pain. His wife he was with at the time broke up my parents' marriage with my grandmother, my mother's mother. And then fast forward 2 years later, and I've probably told this story before, that grandmother got dementia. My mom was left here by herself to take care of her. None of them helped. And she called me one night when I was living in Kalamazoo crying, Ricky, come and help me. I can't get mom off the commode. And I was living with my father. And, and he was early, just starting to get diagnosed with cancer. And we came over here and we helped her. And it was me that got hospice in here and helped my mom's mother. And it was me and my mom and my dad who went to visit my grandmother, the one who treated me so bad and broke up my parents' marriage, more than it was that particular son of hers who died young of being an alcoholic. So, I give love, and I readily accept an apology these days, because I know that hate, like I keep saying, destroys everything. Love keeps things happy. And here's another friend as I go back in the house. So in closing, I'm just going to say, every day I must go on. Every day I must be strong. Every day I must be, for there's no one else in this life, in this world, in this universe like me. God bless you, and may God, Goddess, and archangels protect the meek.